Good morning everybody, it's the weekend, it's raining and we want to put a hole in the roof. So hoping tomorrow being Sunday it's a bit drier, but today what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean the moss off the top ready for when we're doing all the sealants and stuff. That's all we can do. I have done a bit inside, I'll show you in a minute, but watch the intro, we'll catch you in a bit. To do, this is where it's going to go, so I need to scrub all around here. It's going to go to that there, so I do have here in cold water, which is nice. Well, that's the at least the top of the van's rinsed now. See if I can show you. It started raining again, so at least that's a lot of white and then it's green. I'll show you what I've done as well. I've chopped that wood off to there, and that is where the vent is going. So tomorrow I'll drill each corner. That is the inside of the frame, by the way, not the outside. Drill each corner. Now we'll take that off first, the vent off first. Drill each corner, get on top, put the frame, the wooden frame with the size hole there, line that through with a marker pen, chop it out from the top so it falls through, drop the vent in, drop the wooden frame in. So I've made frames for them myself as well. I can do that inside the house. The two frames of those in. Put the one face down and draw around that, chop it out tomorrow, deburr it, red oxide, seal it up. For these ridges here, imagine the other side, they're going to be dipped. So I've got some proper tape for them those just to make it the same height as that. I'll show you tomorrow. Same height as that, all the way around with the sticker flex. Also build that up, build it up down here, build it up down here, sticker flex it, and it screws all the way through the vent into the wooden frame, so it clamps it together. Hopefully tomorrow, dry enough weather to get it done. Good morning.
Morning.
She's here.
Only just.
My assistant today. I've had to wrap her up nice and warm because she's going to be passing me things because I'm going up there to put a hole in.
Another one. Here's hoping we get this one right, not 3 mil out.
Vent day. The sun is out. It's dry. I've said it now.
Yeah, you've jinxed it. We better crack on because you've jinxed it.
Let's crack on. Let's get up there and make a hole.
Yep. Let's go.
Here we go again. This is the second time I've done the voiceover here. I use a voiceover because it was windy up there, and the noise of the drill and the noise of the jigsaw, I couldn't really talk a lot, and I had the camera mounted on my hat so you can actually see where I'm looking. And I thought, but I'll do it this way and I can explain a little bit more what I'm up to, so it might help you guys a little bit more. So here we go, just taking the vent out. Got rid of all the screws, there you go, that's the vent out. So I went back inside. I wanted to drill the corners of the outline of the wooden, the outline of the inside of the wooden frame that's going in there for the extractor fan, the vent to screw into. So there we go, nice pilot drill. This one's very nice because the swarf was falling on my hands, but had to be done. Keeping my head out and eyes out of the way. I'm wearing safety glasses. So there we go. That's 11mm drill going in. Ready for the jigsaw blade. There we go, that's the last one. Beautiful. Right, get back up there, Nige. You've got a job to do. So I'm up there now. So I'm lining it up with these holes. I know these two ones at the back were right into the corner. So I use these two as my guide. And I'm drawing the line on the inside of the frame again. This is where I'm going to jigsaw around. The extra holes there are for the jigsaw to go in. So there we go. And I'm making sure I'm going right inside the corner. Then I know that if I'm staying on the outside of that line, the vent will fit in nicely. I won't have to do much filing, like the windows. And this job I did today was quite a lot easier than what I thought. But I'm not going to hold my breath because it hasn't rained on it yet. So there we go. Look, jigsawing the black line I've done. It's quite awkward this with these ridges because obviously the front of the jigsaw there, you had to lift it up. I'd already snapped one jigsaw blade because it was a proper metal one, but it was short. And it was wasn't long enough. So as soon as it lifted up that bit there, it started banging into the roof of the van and it snapped the blade. So this is a normal length jigsaw blade that I found. This is Ryobi one, and it cut this metal quite easy, to be fair. There we go, into the corner. That's that one done. And this is this edge. This edge was easy because it's like the same level all the way along. So it's like hot knife through butter, this was. It says that as he stalls it a bit. But yeah, just taking my time going into the corner. Beautiful. This is where I did the trick for the same as the windows. I taped it down one side, the opposite side of the last edge. So when I come to do this in speedy motion, it just fell through nicely. So I go right up to the corner, fell through, there it is, dangling through. It doesn't rattle either, so it's pretty good. So pull the tape off. Dina's down there catching it, bless her. There we go. That's the hole. And it fitted. So I've just got those corners to finish off there, look, when I did those. Right, let's try the vent, see if it fits. Lo and behold, first time, it fit. Just telling Dina, look, it fit. So I'm drawing around the outside here, look. This is where I'm going to do the mastic tape up to. And what I'll do here in a minute as well is I'm going to pilot drill all those holes. So when I do the screwing through to the wooden frame, the hole's already there to guide through. I didn't use self-tappers in the end because the screws that they provided weren't long enough, because you see the ridge and the flat of the roof, there's at least 10mm difference there, and the screws wouldn't have gone into the wood very far. So I choose my own 60mm screws in the end. You'll see that in a bit anyway. There we go. Second to last one. Come on now, second to last one. No, come on, you haven't done it. I've just told you, are you listening? Blooming heck. So here's the last one. Oop, in it goes. So all those holes now piloted. Brilliant. So next job, file the edges. Take my time with this. It's all about the preparation. So making sure that top of the van and the inside of the van have all the sharp edges taken off. There we go, look. Nice new file. Taking it all off, taking my time. I'm being careful when I put my fingers in there. There we go, look. Oh, count your fingers? Yeah, they're all there. There we go, so that's all filed off. Just counting my fingers again, look, just double checking, so that's all right. So now I've filed it, I'm going to sand the edges. Get rid of all the little microscopic sharp bits. It kind of helps clean the edge. Nice and smooth. Like I say, just that little few minutes to do that. Hopefully down the line I'll do a good job and seal it properly. There we go. All nice and deburred. But for that bit there. Good lad. He is thorough, isn't he? He's a thorough lad. There we go. Nice and ready now, look. Next job, give it a good clean. So let's get a nice bonding face on there with the mastic tape and the Sikaflex. So on this I used about 2.5 for Sikaflex, and I used 1.5 rolls of the mastic tape. I only had one roll, but to nip out again and get another one because that took 4, in between the ridges there, it took 4 layers of the mastic tape. And that's those 2 long edges and the shorter edges in between. I wasn't expecting it to take that much, but it did, so I had to nip out. Tool station, got some. It's quite expensive, but obviously you can't scrimp on this. It's got to be done properly. This is edge 1. Goes down quite well, and it's quite malleable as well. So I've got my line there to cut to. There we go, look. Look at that. That was a good cut. Right-handed for a left-handed geezer. There we go. So, pull the tape off. Use the other end, Nige, come on. That one's easy. There we go. So, pull the end off and do another layer. Like I say, this was 4 layers. 4 layers of this stuff. But like I say, it's got to be done properly. Just got that edge there. There we go. Make sure it's down properly. So leave the paper on till the last minute. Just double checking here with the straight edge. Just notice there's still a gap for another layer. So that's the last layer that should go on after this one. So pull it off, pull the paper off. Another edge. And then leave the paper on till you're ready to Sikaflex. Poor Dina in there, she's picking all the paper up and then pull the paper off, and I'm just tricking it though, and she's there going, pass it to me, bless her. So look, just double checking, yep, see it's touching there now, look, perfect. There we go. Perfect, so that's on one ridge, onto the other ridge, and it's touching, so I know then that it's 4 layers. So I've done 4 layers. The blue stuff is the tool station stuff, and I've done a really good bead. Looks higher than what it is, to be fair. A good bead of Sikaflex. That's one tube, just that one edge, that one layer, and then I'll do a bit more in a minute. You'll see when I start screwing the vent down, it squidges out quite well. So I'm hoping that it's a decent sealed edge. Just drop this in now. I'll notice here on the edge nearest to me, there's not really enough to squidge out, even though it does in the end. So I'll take it back off and do another bead down the outside of that stuff. They can see there it's not squidging out there, but it's squidging out those edges there. So take it off, do another edge down there, and there we go, screwing it in. I've done some of the screws. It's guiding in with the holes I've up pre-drilled, and these go in quite easy, but I've actually used 60mm screws on this because you've got the 10mm of the mastic and then the thickness of the van, and then I've got a 50mm frame, 50mm wooden frame that I'm going into, and it pulls it up quite nicely. But I've got to be careful on the edges, it's overhanging the ridge. I don't want to bend the fan too much, so I did it so it just starts squidging out the Sikaflex, and then I knew that was in then, so I don't want to warp the vent. There we go, look. I did try using a tool that got all the sealant in nicely, but it didn't work because the ridge is in the way. It's quite awkward up there. So in the end, I just used my finger. And even though it's messy, I know it's done a good job. There we go, look. Making sure it's in that top edge there, and I've made sure it's in the edge of the mastic tape as well. There we go, look. I made a gully there so there's no water that's welling in there. Brilliant. There we go, look. So making sure all the holes are sealed, so a blob of Sikaflex on each hole, on each screw. Because it's going to get down anyway, it's going to get in the top of those screws. So make sure each of them had a bead on, and I make sure it's sealed on the top of every hole. And there was a few holes, as you can see. So that's all done nicely, so they're all sealed as well. See that blue edge there? I wanted to make sure that I had a bead of sealant in there as well. So I put it on top, squeezed it to the edge, and I made sure it went all the way underneath. Well, there wasn't a gap, to be fair, but I made sure that it didn't need that sharp corner edge on the mastic tape. There we go. Not pretty, but hopefully effective. And there we go, just making sure that there's nowhere that the water can well. And that is basically how you do, not particularly in a neat way, but that is how you put the vent on. Hope that was helpful for you guys. Voice over.
Woo.
And
Another job done.
it's just about to rain, if you can see. So we have a roof venting. Nice fitting shot. I'm going to need to open that up a bit for the thing to go around, but as long as that fitted in, that's the main thing. All the gunk's coming through, which is a good sign. It should mean it's watertight. Shall we go up and have a look? Let's go and have a look. Even though I've been wearing it on my hat all the time, I don't know how much of that footage is savable. So, there we go. It's not pretty around the edges. But obviously it's on the roof of a bloody van. It's not around a bath. Looks like it's going to get tested. I'm not going to remove the plastic until the stuff goes off. It's around the edge there, look, plastic. But it's another job done. I'm going to leave that in there, I think. The spinning vent, because that might aid the lack of condensation. But it's done. Now, we can concentrate on the inside.
Yay!
So that's us signing off for this week.
It is.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, everybody.
Give us a thumbs up.
Give us a thumbs up. We'll catch you on the next one, because we'll be inside doing stuff. And if it's raining, we don't care.
Yeah. We've had enough rain now. It has put us off for weeks and weeks. So
So we'll see you next week, guys. Take care, everybody.
see you next week.
Catch you on the next one.
Bye.
So stop it now.
Yes.
Okay, stop it now.